Okay, there we go. Welcome to Crucible Season 3, Week 6. We have Crazy King matches, and I'm going to do some ship callouts. The Alien Dragonfly, ship number 1 on Red Team, piloted by Kira Vanai. Ship 2, Minor Cutzen, piloted by Dolores. Ship number 3, the Second Strike, the USS Commie Killer, piloted by Freedom Man. And number 4, Bigger Pyramidian, the Corsair, piloted by Cheesy Crackers of the Gent Clan. Yeah, we can already see lots of fighting going on here. Okay, loading into the lobby. Sorry. No, Red seem to have captured the point. USS Commie Killer is quite low on perma-hull already. Bigger Pyramidian is losing armor. There's the armor break. Will there be follow-up? Basically none. They lost 5%. But blue is now at the point, recapping the point. Only one red. No other red ship on the point. And since these points give a higher score than any kill, that's what you want to do here. Alien Dragonfly now hull broken and completely disabled. One gun is up again, 2 engines, and still hull broken. Taking heavy damage from the USS Commie Killer. Blue has the point, not quite captured. So no team right now is receiving any kind of points. Alien Dragonfly with a ram, and oh, there they go. They got killed. Blue now has taken the point, but they should move on to the next point since there are only 30 seconds left, and if you pay attention to the map, point B is quite far away, even for Shrike. And the Shrike that just got killed, the Alien Dragonfly, will be able to spawn to the sides of point B, either here, yeah, this is basically it, or in the middle at G8 or something. So rather close to the point. There we go, Alien Dragonfly has respawned, and they basically got a complete reset while USS Commie Killer is on 15% health, 10%. They arrived first, so they were able to pre-cap now. Wasted Watcher, not good. Both ships on the point now. And it doesn't look good for the USS Commie Killer. Hull broken. And, oh, that's a small terrain bump. A good evasion of the Watcher. Okay, there comes the Corsair, providing backup for their ally. So blue now captured the point. USS Commie Killer is probably going to go down here. Oh, they survived. Alien Dragonfly now being cross-focused. Minor Cutzen is moving in from behind, targeting the Bigger Pyramidian, and pretty much ignoring the point. I mean, they are on the point capturing it, but yeah, they aren't like actively trying to capture the point. So blue is still in control here. USS Commie Killer is probably going to die to Gatflyer. I mean, that's pretty close. Dragonfly is back, yeah, Commie Killer is down. Red now has 2 ships on the point. Recap. The Bigger Pyramidian should just move on to C, I guess, in order to just, yeah, be there and pre-cap that point with the position. Because 1v2 situations aren't really what you want to do. Okay. Especially now, the Corsair is giving Red Team the possibility to, yeah, just disable them, play for time, and yeah, 30 seconds left. Red moved on from point B. The Corsair is recapping, but I'm not sure if they are going to make it in time, and even then they're probably going to get like 10 points at max, so not really worth the wait. They should be moving on to point C. Dragonfly and Commie Killer have engaged again. Dragonfly seems to have the upper hand in the fight. Got a perfect disable out of the Commie Killer. Red is slowly starting to capture point C. But that's also more, well, blue just doesn't bother with it and just tries to, or is, seems to be occupied with the battle against the ships and doesn't pay attention to the point, which is their mistake here. Commie Killer goes down again. Bigger Pyramidian alone again. Getting... okay. Armor break on Alien Dragonfly, but the point is still in control. Oh no, not yet. It's going to be in control of Red pretty soon. I mean, neither of those teams really went for the point, which is not advisable, since those points are everything in this game mode. I mean, if one of those teams would have been able to capture the point at the beginning of this engagement, they could have gotten points all the time long already while fighting off the other team. Now they only got like 1 minute and 30 seconds worth of points, which I think 1 second per point, something like that, so would be like 100 points. Which is something, but you could get more out of it. Yeah. Commie Killer moving to point D, while Bigger Pyramidian is moving for the point as well, followed by Minor Katzen, who can focus the Corsair with their front guns. So a pretty disadvantage. Yeah. Okay. Alien Dragonfly is now at the point. I'm pretty sure that Commie Killer won't be at the point once it activates, but Bigger Pyramidian joins as well. Directly followed by Minor Katzen. Point D is active. Yeah, both blue ships on the point right now, but more due to luck. Looks like the Corsair is moving for the Dragonfly, doesn't really bother with the point. And they're too high for the point, I guess. You need to be below the balloon, I think. Okay, no, the Commie Killer isn't on the balloon. Okay, on the point. Yeah, both teams are, or at least blue is going for the kills here, trying to kill off the enemy ships, but that should not be their priority. They should go for the points first and foremost, and then just try to defend the point off of the enemy. I mean, you can hold the point if you have the same amount of ships or more on the point as your enemy. Then that point is yours, so even while you fight, just make sure that you're within close proximity of the point to keep it. Okay, blue making points again, and they should be moving to E now, because red, yeah, obviously was able to spawn there. So Minor Katzen is a meta Midian with Gatling water. The Alien Dragonfly is a double Gatling, double Watcher Shrike and while the Kami Killer is a Gatling Watcher Banshee Nemesis Strike. So the Kami Killer has a disable and a kill side, basically, or balloon blender side, while the Alien Dragonfly is completely on disable, which is also has advantages because you then can just disable with both sides and keep the enemy ship disabled pretty easily, while the Kami Killer only has one side for that, and yeah, basically has to use the second side to either go blender or to deal actual killing power. And we can see this again. Red, okay, the point is not yet active, but red is mostly on the point, while blue is just going for the enemy ships instead. Okay. The Corsair is being dual focused by Dragonfly and Minor Cutscene. Let's see which team gets on the point first. Okay, red has both their ships on the point, being able to get more points. Dragon Kami Killer is now off the point, now back on the point. The Corsair just needs to move a bit closer to the point. But it's going to die here to the Pyramidion. I mean, the Corsair is trying to fight off the Pyramidion head on, while the Corsair only has one front gun, which is a Watcher, which, yes, it can deal pretty good disables, but shooting a Pyramidion dead on into the face with a Watcher isn't always that effective. You mostly do not get the disables you want, and even then the Pyramidion has two small light guns at the front, so they are able to rebuild them pretty fast, while the Corsair is then stuck with 13 seconds cooldown on the Watcher, or reload, which is not optimal at all. Ah, finally, Kami Killer is going for the point. Yeah, there we can see that Nemesis action acting as a kill gun. Very decent shots. Dragonfly and Corsair both only having a sliver of life left, which is less of a problem for the Corsair because it's got big armor, but even then it's... well, the next engagement will be pretty hard for them because the enemy both died, both were able to reset, and now just also have the distance advantage towards the point over the blue team. Okay. Blue this time seems to go for the yeah, see, there's that problem with the Kami Killer loadout. They had to do a complete 180-degree turn in order to bring their disabled side into play, which worked out great this time because the Corsair was able to join in fast enough and provide with disables themselves. But the Kami Killer lost quite a lot of time, and if it weren't for the ally, they would have lost at least the initial engagement against the Dragonfly, I guess. But good work on that point, capturing the point, holding it, defending it against red. Now red has two options, either go for point G, or just try to recap that point and then move on to G. Because they got 2 minutes left. That can be a lot of time If you just followed the last engagement, that was pretty fast. They didn't spend much time. Red, yeah, red respawn, and they are going to go 4-point E, trying to recap that point, I guess, and yeah. Ramming strats on the Corsair. I mean, Corsair is a good ram ship, better than the Pyramidion, but it shouldn't be your go-to option. This looks bad for Commie Killer. That's a kill. But red only has 1 minute left to recap the point and then move on to the next point. Looks like they're going to make it, but they won't be able to get off a lot of points, so the deciding battle will be at point G, and blue has the advantage of spawning there first, followed by the minor Katzen. Pyramidion, I don't know what the bigger Pyramidion is doing. They should be moving to G. Dragonfly is apparently moving on straight for Commie Killer. Going to engage in a 2v1, I guess. Trying to possibly, yeah, disable them, keep them at bay, or even kill them first to get the advantage on the next point. So yeah, Commie Killer should just move on to the point, trying to capture it. But yeah, they're moving into the wrong direction. Red's just, at least Dragonfly is going for the point. I mean, they only have to. It's a very close match here. Could even be decided by kills. At least for, no, 13 points for 1 kill. So blue needs a slightly bit more. 1 kill would give them 448 points, or put them to 448 points. So they need a bit more than that. Okay, 1v1 of the Corsair versus Pyramidion, and the Corsair is heavily damaged. At least on the armor side, hull side, it could easily just get killed. Red wins.